We're going to record to this computer today's presentation. As you can see, I'm running on low battery here. I'm going to go ahead and record, but today's presentation is going to be the actual testimony. The about three or four things we're going to present today for the public to see that idea public schools does. We're going to start off with 1, the deceit, 2, the libel, 3, negligence. A couple of things that we're going to be starting. I don't know if you guys can hear me with this presentation. This is a testimony done to the state. This is a testimony done on record. Please do recall that also that this is available for everyone else that's partnered with Texas Workforce Solutions when it comes to someone's professional career. I'm going to share this screen with you right about now. And the presentation screen we're going to go into is the actual testimonies where there is also breach contracts or them actual stating, hey, there was breach contracts. This is how it starts.
This is Hope Summers. Hello, this is Hearing Officer Raul Santiago. I will conference team for regarding just one moment, please. Okay, thank you. This is Kirby. Hello, this is Hearing Officer Raul Santiago. I'm with Ms. Summers. I will conference in the claim in just one moment, please. Hello? Hello? Hello, this is Hearing Officer Raul Santiago. Ms. Reina? Yes, this is Ms. Reina. Ms. Reina, I'm with the employer. Once you were disconnected, I did not address the issues of this case with the employer. Is that correct, Ms. Summers? That is correct. Ms. Reina, did you request authorization? Are you available to continue with the hearing? Yes, I am. Okay, so I will continue now with the employer's testimony. Just one moment, please. I will continue with Ms. Gordon. Ms. Gordon, where was the last, just want to confirm, you said that the claimant worked through May 24, 2019. Is that correct?
That's correct. That's when she was physically locked in El Paso at her campus.
Okay. Why didn't the claimant work after May 24, 2019?
Because she had physically been released from her contract that went through May 31st by the principal to allow her a one.
Physically released, but there was no notice. There is a contract and contracts that there is testimony to. There's also hate, libel. There's also deceit.
A week runway to get in front of hiring managers in the Rio Grande Valley where she would like to be transferred.
So if we go back again to the job description that I, Ms. Christina Reyna, had, the job description of staffing and the staffing director or the executive director or ideas public school, hey, team and family. Ms. Reyna went to go and complete job duties, accountabilities, responsibilities that are on other people's contract and wasn't paid. That is illegal.
Okay, can you explain that in the Ms. Gordon
Interview.
And did she do that, Ms. Gordon?
I'm not aware. I'm sorry, officer. I don't know.
Okay. And but her contract ended on June 1st, 2019. Is that correct? Is
That's
that what you
correct.
testified?
Yes.
Okay, when you said that she was paid through June 28, 2000.
So she makes another false statement saying that the contract ended June 1st. When it was not the contract that ended, it did not commence June 1st, commenced in August because it was 12 months as stated. So there is another false claim and statement and continued false claims and statements by IDEA.
19. Is that correct that you said that she was paid for June 28th?
On the 28th, and she got her final pay on or before July 5th.
The employee's responsibility to secure a position?
Yes.
I have no other questions, Your Honor.
Ms. Reyna, any questions? Only question at this moment from Ms. Gordon. Ms. Reyna, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can, I'm sorry. So, Ms. Gordon, did you not get to see the email that Mark did state it was his job to accept the position for my transfer?
I'm sorry, what was your question?
On the complaint and the emails that were received to HQ and yourself with the complaint, did Mark state it was his job in that text message or email to get me a position?
It wasn't his job to get you a position. It was his job to ensure that you complete the transfer.
Okay, but you did
transfer process.
Oh, that,
It wasn't his job, but on their website, they have responsibilities and accountabilities that are listed to different people of different titles. So this is another statement she made that was incorrect or false.
not my question. You did see the text message where Mark stated it was his job.
That it wasn't or was his job?
He stated himself.
Sorry,
That's all I know.
asking me a question. Sorry.
Yeah.
Make sure.
I'm gonna rephrase.
Ms. Reyna, are you referring to any of the documents that were admitted into evidence?
Yes. Oh, no, that's right now. These are documents that I shared with, Ms. Summers prior to today.
Ms. Reyna, it seems like you're talking right now from a speaker. I'm a speaker. Is that correct?
Yes, I am. I have to return what?
Can you take the phone out of the speaker because I can understand you. Okay,
Give me one
Ms.
second.
Reyna.
Give me one.
So, Your Honor, I apologize. Can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can hear you. Okay, are
Okay.
you referring to any document that's on the notice of telephone hearing for your question?
Any of the documents? No, I don't believe I had shared them with Ms. Summers prior to, but not with Workforce.
Okay, so what is the question?
So, Ms. Poppy Gordon had the opportunity to view some of the communication other than what's available, where he testified and state it was his job to get me a position. And my question is, did she or did she not get to see that particular message? I'm wondering the relevance in this, so is that something that I need to answer, Your Honor, in regards to?
I find it's relevant. Did
Okay,
this
so
person
yeah,
advise?
I did see that text message. It was part of the employee's grievance that she filed. And so as part of that, I followed up with the manager of Mark on the next steps that needed to be provided. And he was put on a plan to ensure that he reviews the internal regional transfer process, because it's not his job to single-handedly pick a job for Ms. Reyna. It is Ms. Reyna's job to submit the application, Mark's job to ensure the application gets submitted, and then it is.
Yes, Ms. Gordon, here's my next question.
So with that text message where Mark and you did get to see, this states that it was his job. Was he not misinforming me? I'm not sure. So with the message that you saw and the process that you provided to the court, did he not misinform me on the process for my position or for my transfer? I believe that he told you that he was going to secure you a job, and I don't think that that was his role in order to state that. So I feel strongly that what I forwarded to you and to the Texas Workforce Commission in regards to the grievance and the next steps that we outlined, so that is not the most accurate depiction of what the transfer process is. So it is misinformation. Is that correct? Correct. I'm not disagreeing with you there. Thank you. Now, do you believe that if that information had not been set and was
That is negligence. Negligence of supervision on how Mr. Chavarria got trained. Negligence on, hey, an educational institution that teaches. Hey, that is negligence on behalf of the El Paso Region's executive director, because he should be supervising everything that happens.
the effort and the great staffing that there is, that I would have had a position by June? I can't apply to that yes or no. If there was no vacant position, whether it was December or in June, I can't predict if he would have been able to be provided a position. Okay, now there were 3 pre-K teacher positions at Ideal Real Vista last year. Is there the 3rd position still available? It's not still available now. No, is there 3 pre-K positions? 3 pre-K teachers at Real Vista? From my knowledge, yes.
I'm going to pause here to state that that was another false claim. Idea Public Schools Real Vista was only having 120 students enrolled. Therefore, only needed at the time 2 teachers and 2 co-teachers. Another false statement that was made. Idea Public Schools Real Vista and Socorro, Texas, only had the proper enrollment that year for 2 pre-K teachers and 2 pre-K co-teachers at the time, and had overstaffed the pre-K department.
Okay. 3 pre-K teachers without their code. I'm not for sure. I don't want to speak on the record without knowing that knowledge confidence.
So this not only demonstrates you're not fully aware of what was happening or what happened in the actual region, and there is a lack of supervision and training. This again demonstrates the negligence.
So I'm not sure. Okay. That's it, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Gordon, you mentioned some information. I believe that I received some documents from the employer. I received, I believe it's without the cover sheet, I received 3 pages, 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. Were those pages submitted by the employer this summer? Is that right?
Yes, yes, they were, Your Honor.
Okay, I see a document dated July 10, 2019. Ms. Gordon, what is that document?
Mm-hmm. So Ms. Reyna filed a grievance, and a grievance at Idea Public School is, it can be in any regards to a specific employee, a specific process. In her grievance, she followed specifically negligence of the transfer process by the Regional Director of Staffing, Mark Chavetta, on her internal transfer. And this was, I led an investigation where I spoke to leaders on the human assets team and then the principal, and I found these conclusions. That is what this is.
She doesn't mention how it's not only, hey, team and family at Idea, and the team and family is supposed to be working together in human resources and in their staffing, but there is supposed to be an open amount of communication between the executive director, the VP of schools at the time, the director of staffing, and everyone else within the El Paso region at IDEA Public Schools.
So I can email it.
The next document, says, what is the next page? Was employer label marked as exhibit number 3, and number 4? What are those 2 pages, Ms. Gordon?
I don't have those in my packet. I'm sorry. I don't see those.
It's a document says, hi Christina, this message is to follow up with you regarding your employment at IDEA Public School. From Jamila Aguilar to Christina Reyna.
Yep. That was from June 19th. That was an email to the employee from the principal indicating that if she did not obtain employment by June 28th, that we would have to exit her in our employee portal, which means that if she continued looking for employment with IDEA Public Schools, she would have to be applying as a non-internal but an external employee.
Okay. So when was this message sent, Ms. Gordon?
June 19th, 2019.
This is actually a few days before the 12 months, 365 days ended. So the contract ended in August. I don't know about you, but last I was taught in elementary, how many years and dates and stuff like that. There's 365 days, except in a leap year for 12 months.
Okay, any objection that I made those pages, Ms. Sommer?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Reyna, any objection?
No.
I'm going to admit those 4 pages of exhibit number 4 of the commission. Regarding the documents, Ms. Gordon, is something else that you want, is there something that you want to add regarding those pages?
No, sir.
Ms. Sommer, any other questions for Ms. Gordon?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Reyna, any questions for Ms. Gordon at this moment?
Not currently, but no.
What happened to, whatever it takes here at IDEA Public Schools, their core value? What did it take?
No, not currently that I can think of at the moment.
Okay. Ms. Reyna, Ms. Gordon testified.
Yes, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I apologize.
Yeah.
Do they have, yes, I do have a question. If she can, please submit or have testimony to when and who I say I would quit my position. If there is any type of.
Ms. Gordon, I believe this is the question. Ms. Gordon, did the claimant at any moment advise the employer that she was resigning?
No, she did not. But yeah.
Let's count how many false statements IDEA Public Schools just in one hearing on record has made. Then let's just count how many they actually made when they submitted to the federal judge.
No, she did not.
Okay. Why do you say that the claimant resigned, Ms. Gordon?
Because there was the only other way we could.
There's the libel, there's the deceit, and there's the beach contracts, aside the negligence.
To classify her would be a quit, and a quit is not rehirable. And I wanted to be sure if she found a job within
A quit, meaning also people who did not, decide to renew their contracts, she will state this later, are discriminated against at IDEA Public Schools. They are labeled.
via public schools, that she would be a rehirable employee. And so that was something we did very intentionally, if and when she found employment in the Rio Grande Valley, whether it be at a school or at headquarters, which is why we labeled.
We did it very intentionally. They did it very wrongly. They are guilty, and not only here for deceit, libel, breached contracts, but they are guilty to have discriminated against people that apply, that do not choose to renew their contracts. This is discrimination.
For her as a resignation, that she voluntarily decided not to be employed, because otherwise she would no longer future be able to work with ID Public Schools.
Okay, anything else that you want to add, Ms. Gordon?
No, sir.
Ms. Summers, any questions for Ms. Gordon? Diana. Ms. Reyna, any questions for Ms. Gordon?
No.
Okay, Ms. Reyna, is there anything else that you want to add?
I am currently employed, and that would be about all at this moment.
Well, if you are currently working, you can notify to the telecenter if you're working full time.
Yes, I am.
This is idea of public schools negligence. This is idea of public schools deceit. This is ideas public schools libel against me, myself, and I, Christine Reina. This is an actual testimony to breached contracts, not just a contract. This is ideas fault. They are guilty. They did it, remember, very intentionally and wrongfully as testified.